Hello and happy new year, or at least it's New Year's when I'm posting or recording this video. When I'll be posting it, God knows. I wanted to start off the year with something really exciting, and as you can see it is the Figma figures for Void and Ubik. So the box is a little awkward, I will say. It's, as you can see, it's quite big. And I was fortunate enough to get the rest of the God Hand collection as of recently. So what I'll be doing is a 3-part of the God Hand, and I'll be posting 3 separate videos basically, because there's quite a lot to unpack and I'm just really excited to do this. But yeah, I'll probably try and do a whole run now maybe, and then I'll do a 3-part video. So this is a very big box. Okay, so here's the front, just to let you guys know. This is how it looks like in the side, the back, and then yeah, this is the side. Upon opening this box, oh my god, does it have loads of pieces. It's actually quite overwhelming how many pieces he has. Start off, we've got Void himself and Ubik. It comes with 6 hands for Void and 2 little hands for Ubik. Then we get 2 extra pieces, and then you get the Figma stand with this, and I'm assuming this is for Ubik, or else how is he going to float? We get a really cool looking stand, which I'm really excited to have this displayed. Then we get 2 massive side, I'm assuming these are for the side of the cape. So 2 pieces of these, and they do move about. Then we also get 2 other pieces of the cape, and then we get more pieces for his cape on top of his spine, and more hands, and also the brand of sacrifice here. So there's a lot. It's gonna take some time. So for someone like me who does buy pre-owned figures sometimes, it's always good to have, or to see if you have this in the box. This on top of the sticker that I showed you earlier in the video, this will prove the authenticity of the figure, and it also gives you a bit of a checklist if you've got every piece, because it happens quite often. Luckily it hasn't happened to me, where people don't have all the pieces in the box and you need this to double check. I'm going to start with Ubik because he's tiny and cute and easy to talk about, and he's only got 2 pieces anyway. This is how Ubik looks. He he looks adorable. I like his expression and I like the paint job that they've done on him. You can see that they've like added like a bit of like darker tones to kind of emphasize like his cheeks and his eyebrows, and I really do like the details that they've done. You can turn his face all the way to the right and then all the way back around to the left, but I wouldn't try going all full circle because I think this piece here doesn't let you. So yeah, the expression looks really good. I really like him. How he looks. I really like his back, his scales, the paint job. I love the shine. I think it looks really cool. I think most of the God Hand do have this kind of like shine to them, so I do like that they look like alien-esque or insect-like. In fact, Ubik, to be fair, he, even though he's got scales and he does kind of look like an insect, he also does look from this angle here like a little fish. See if yeah, okay, you can see it probably. So I really like how Ubik looks, and as I said, his expression's really cool. I like him. You can change his hands. So the way I figured out is that you just wiggle his arm out carefully, just like that, and then you will do the same up to the other side, and then you would add his new arms. And that's how Ubik looks with his arms out. He would look like he's floating more in this position, but frankly I prefer the hands put together. But yeah, He does have a little hole there, so you can have him stand on this. He is floating, so yeah. I like this little boy. Looks cool. I'm sure the rest of the God Hand will too. Let's get to the main part. This is one of Void's forms that you can have him just displayed on your shelf. There's nothing you need to do, nothing to fiddle with. But what you can do with this form, if you want to display him like this, the only thing you can do with this figure is you can move his head forward and back, and there's just a slight turn to the left and right. There's this little piece in the like right here, and it can move around with Void, but there isn't really much point to this, to be fair. Like, since his head doesn't have much range, I don't really understand the necessity of this piece. But anyway, I want to display him on this, so let's get to that. So you would just pop these off. Well, the other one has fallen. You pop these off, and then this is where I'm going to figure out how to display it with the rest of the capes. We start off with his spine. This is how the spine looks. Paint job's pretty good. The plastic's very light. Yeah, not much to it. I do like the paint job. Again, like, you can see the different colours from going darker to lighter, back to dark again. So I do like the care they put in the paint work with these figures. Add it like that, so he looks absolutely grotesque, but keep at it. This is how Void looks, by the way, closer, and although the paint job is just one base colour, it's the details in this figure. Like, look at all the crevices in his face. It's really good, and like the teeth are just so on point as well. There's like no smudging or anything. It's really well done figure. The base looks awesome as well. So it has all the faces of what the eclipse looked like, and I just think it just looks awesome. I've never seen Figma do something like this for a figure. I can't say I've got much experience for Figma figures, but I only see this on like special figures or deluxe. This is the only God Hand figure you can find, so the fact that they've done this for this is pretty impressive. Now it's figuring out the capes. Oh, and the arms. Here's one arm and here's the other. So they move about. Oh, yeah. So there's range. This is all the range you can get with this arm. It can turn, by the way, but only by a little bit. Not much range with turning, but that's completely fine. The hands go all 360. You can swap them and swap them out for these ones. I can show you the hands up close in a moment, but at the minute I just want to figure out how to assemble this dude because he's huge. You do have these little bolts. Oh, one. I got him together. I will say the arms were very fiddly to put in together. It just wasn't going in. I had to wiggle it in, and we got there in the end. I like the fact that his arms are able to stay in their place, so that's kind of nice. Now moving on to the capes. I honestly don't know where to start with these capes without showing the fiddly bits. I just don't know how this is going to work. So here we got Ubik and Void. Ubik was extremely easy to put together. I really like his little character. He only had 2 arms, and both arms are very easy to put in and put out. I really like the gimmick that they've added where you can turn his head 180 degrees to the left and right. But no, overall his character is really cool. The paint job's really good on him. So very easy characters to assemble. However, Void was not easy to assemble. He was very difficult. Starting from the arms are very fiddly to put in together, And then the capes were even worse. The capes, because of, first of all, the hinge, you couldn't tell if you properly clicked it in. So a lot of the times what would happen is I think I'd click, like, it clicked in and I let it go and it stays there, and then as soon as I move it to go on to the next cape, it just fall apart because of the weight of the cape. It's pretty heavy. I did, however, avoid putting in the band of sacrifice purely because of how delicate it looks, and because I'm wearing fake nails, I thought I'd rather not risk it and break it, or even worse, well, bend it, or even worse, break it. So with that said, I love how far he extends, and I like the fact that his like cape flows with him, and it looks so good. There's also 2 extra bits of the cape which I'm not gonna faff with for today. Don't really know where they're meant to be going. Maybe they should go on this right now, but I won't fiddle with it just as yet. So regardless of how fiddly this guy was, like I do with most of my figures that I collect, I will always recommend them because obviously there's a reason why I bought them. And there's a reason why I bought this guy, and that's because these are the only God Hand figures that you'll ever find. The rest of the God Hand, like figures or statues or whatever you like to call them, they are going to be priced extremely expensive. These are actually quite expensive. I got lucky, and it's very rare to find them at a good price. They range between the 200, 300, but there are people that will be cheeky and will price them higher. So beware for that. But they are the only figures at the minute that are out there for the God Hand if you want to collect the God Hand. But I hope you enjoyed. This was Ubik and Void. I'll be opening the rest of the God Hand in the next few videos, so watch out for that. See ya!